Great day, attractive thinker. Dr. Toni Hatton here, your vision and mindset expert at theattractivethinker.guru. This is where we support you with mental healing, mental strength, and mindset maintenance. I wanted to stop by just before you go to bed tonight. I want you to just think, sit down on the side of the bed and just think for a moment. I didn't want you to go to sleep before you actually thought about your day. I didn't want you to go to bed tonight and then wake up tomorrow with the same thoughts on your mind, the same worries and frustrations, and the same questions that you have about what am I going to do with my life? Where am I? Where am I going? Because sometimes in this life, and I say this to my clients all of the time, you can lose a lot of things in life, but if you've lost yourself, that's when you've lost everything. And you don't want to lose yourself. And it's easy to give ourselves away every single day, giving ourselves away to others and giving ourselves away to things, projects, ideas, chasing a dream, or giving ourselves away to our children or our family. And at the end of the day, we don't know where we are. We didn't even get a chance to show up in the set of 24 hours that we've been gifted for that particular day. So I just wanted to stop by. I don't want you to go to bed tonight and then wake up tomorrow still trying to figure things out, the same questions that you've had on your mind and on your heart for years, for weeks, for months. And it's possible for that to happen when you don't have the proper supports in place. So, as an attractive thinker, I want you to just take a moment before you go to bed tonight and just sit on the side of the bed, bring out your attractive thinker notebook, and jot down your feelings and your beliefs and your emotions, your experiences throughout the day, your dreams and your goals. Just journal, like freelancing, free writing. Just let it all flow. Don't think about it. Don't try to make it look pretty. Don't write what you think you should write. Just, freestyle and write down how you're feeling, what's really going on. Because sometimes, as an attractive thinker, you could be surrounded by people that lack vision. So who are you going to share your visions, dreams, and goals with? Who are you going to talk to? Who's around you that believes in you, and not just believes in you, but believes in the impossible? You have to be surrounded by people that believe in the impossible, believe that you can, believe that they can, believe that together we can accomplish great things with the lives that we've been given. We've all been given a life. Life is precious. Life is actually happening right now while we're together, while you're listening to this message. And I promise you, you're still listening to this message because this is your defining moment. Something drew you to this message, something made you get closer and want to hear more. Something is resonating. When you hear that word resonating, it's familiar to you. It's actually waking up the truth in you. It's nudging you, saying, wait a minute, what is she saying? What is Dr. Toni talking about? This is how I'm feeling on the inside. How does she know that? Because I lived it. I've experienced these things, and this is my life's work to make your life better because I've walked that walk. And I know what it's like to pace the floor in the middle of the night. You know you're powerful. You know you're great. You know you're here to do great things. You know there's greatness in you. You've heard that before. But guess what? Over time, when you keep hearing the same thing over and over and over and not taking action on it or not seeing results and outcomes in your life, it loses its effect on you. And now you have a deaf ear to it. So when you hear it, you be like, you know what? I've heard that before, been there, done that, didn't get a result from it. So I'm really not interested in hearing that again. But whether we believe it or not, there is greatness inside of us. Whether we believe it or not, there's something magnificent, something powerful. We haven't even scratched the surface of our fullest potential, what we're here to accomplish, what we're capable of. We haven't even scratched the surface concerning that. So there is more. You are an endless being, meaning there's no end to you. Have you ever wondered why you can get an idea and then all of a sudden another idea comes, and when you accomplish that, another idea comes, or you achieve something and all of a sudden there's more to achieve? You feel like you've reached your goal and now you can relax, and then you have another goal. Think about that. You're endless. It's never going to end. So there is no destination. It's about maximizing your journey. maximizing your experience here, getting the most, squeezing the juice out of life, living your life to the fullest, making sure your moments have meaning. That's what this life is all about. It's about being alive during this experience. You don't want to get stuck in routines, and you know you're in a routine if every day begins to look the same. You wake up in the morning and you haven't even moved throughout your day yet, and you already know what today is going to look like. You know automatically you're stuck. You know you're in a rut. You know you're in routines. And when you have no expectation, you wake up to a brand new day with no expectation. You have to know that that is not the real intent of life. Think about that. So you know you're in a routine or you're stuck in a rut or when things begin to look the same. When you don't have an intention, you haven't set an intention or your expectation is low. Oh, well, it's just another Tuesday. I know what I have to do now. I know what I have to do today. Oh, just another Thursday. Oh, I can't wait until Friday. Think about that, attractive thinker. Attractive thinkers live life with passion and drive and on fire. And we seek possibilities and we're looking for opportunities to do new things. We're always seeking the new. If you're like me, it has to be new. I can't sit under mindless chit chat conversations or, experiencing things and going places that aren't really going anywhere, doing the same thing over and over and over and over with no real meaning or fulfillment or result. It's not adding value. It's not making me better. I'm not growing. It's not exciting me or lighting my fire. It's not teaching me anything. I'm not learning anything. It's not new. It's not sparking my interest. It's not feeding me. Think about that, attractive thinker. That's when you are alive. If what you're doing is not feeding you, you're not growing. You're not being nourished. It's not adding value. It's not stimulating. It's not sparking your interest or lighting your fire. Attractive thinkers are on fire, and we look for other people who are on fire because they keep our fire lit. Think about that. So when you find yourself stuck in a routine and every day looks the same and you have no hope and no expectation or you're not even setting an intention for anything new, that's when you have to reach out. You have to first assess and say, where am I not connected? Where am I not connected? Because when you're connected, you have the juice of life, you have the essence of life, you have the fire and the fuel and the energy to keep going, and you feel animated, you feel alive. When you're not connected, I mean, think about your cell phone when the battery is running low. And you're running around looking for an outlet. You're asking people, have you seen an outlet? Is there an outlet over there? Is there an outlet near you? Do they have an outlet in this place? Because you know that your battery is running low. And after a while, you won't have the connection that you need to use that phone, to dial out, to extend, to expand, to reach, to communicate. It's the same thing when you're doing things in life where your heart is not in it. Your heart is the thing that makes the connection. If your heart is not in it, you're not connected. And you could be doing all the right things, taking all the right action with the wrong energy, no connection. So what the action that you're taking is not coming to life. It's not animated. It's not meaningful and it's not fulfilling because your heart is not connected to it. So you want to do an assessment. See, a lot of times we can end a lot of our wringing of the hands and pacing the floor and questioning and wandering if we just go inside, if we get truthful with ourselves and marry our truth, honor our truth. Respect our truth, believe and trust in ourselves again, get to know ourselves again. Think about that, attractive thinker, because everything, there's an affirmation that I say all of the time, and I truly believe it. I am all that I will ever need to be. It is already all inside of me. Say that with me. I am all that I will ever need to be. It's already all inside of me. And when you think about that, if you believe it, see, you want to think about it and you want to say it over and over and over until your belief, you strengthen your own belief. And then you're able to take action on what you believe. Think about that, attractive thinker. I was in session with my community last night during our From Sight to Vision Master Your Mind experience, because everything is mental. I don't care what it is. You might say, well, Dr. Toni, I don't need mindset work. If you're living and breathing and moving about and making decisions and taking action on things, you need mindset work because your subconscious mind is driving your life. Something's making decisions for you. You think you're making conscious decisions. Well, let's do an assessment. Have you ever found yourself not doing what you said you're going to do? Do your New Year's resolutions ever get resolved? Do you find yourself always having the same New Year's resolutions year in and year out? Or do you find yourself celebrating birthdays and nothing changes throughout the whole year but your age? Think about that. Everything is mental. Do you find yourself talking yourself into and out of your dream? I'm going to write my book. I'm going to start a business. You know what? I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to live my dream, or create a foundation, or help people, or whatever it might be. Write some songs or write a book, whatever it might be. And you find yourself months are going by, years are going by, and you haven't done it. Something else is driving your life. Something else is making decisions for you. And it's the subconscious mind, the programming. I want you to think about that. We have a conscious mouth, a conscious mind. We make conscious decisions with our mouth, but there's some subconscious programming going on that's making subconscious decisions for us as well. And sometimes when the two are conflicting, you go throughout life with this starting and stopping motion, stepping forward and being pulled back. You have all your tools and your resources. You've traveled to conferences, you've got coaches, and you have workbooks and CDs and all kinds of resources to help you reach these goals. And you sit down to implement, and all of a sudden you don't feel worthy. Who's there to help you with that? All of a sudden you hear a voice say, what do you call yourself doing? Nobody in your family's ever done this before. Nobody in your family's ever reached that level before. You haven't receive the training that you need to do this. What are you doing? How far do you really think you're going to go with this? Well, who's there to help you with that? They didn't put the coach in the CD. They didn't put the coach in the worksheet. They didn't put the coach in the information that you gathered at the conference in your gift bag. So who's going to help you with that? And 9 times out of 10, we don't have the right mental tools in place. We retreat when we're supposed to go forward. Think about that, attractive thinker. And our assignment doesn't get done. We don't reach our goals. And when you keep hitting the same block, the same wall, all of a sudden weeks and months and years go by and you haven't even pursued your dream. You haven't even attempted to go for it again because you keep hitting the same block and you don't have support. Well, I'm here to support you with mental tools for mental clarity, mental healing, mental strength, and mindset maintenance. What is mindset maintenance? Once you get clear on something, once you get clear on your goal, clear on direction, and you have the resources that you need, and you know where you want to go with your life, now you have to maintain that mental muscle. Because a lot of times we launch out into these things that we want to do with our lives. We have faith for our idea, and we know what direction we want to go in. We launch out there in faith, and then we start functioning in fear. We made the decision in faith, and then we let fear grip us. And when we were walking strong and our foundation was sure and steady, now all of a sudden we're sinking. If we make a decision in faith, we have to stay in faith. That's where that mindset maintenance comes in at. You have to have a strong mental muscle so that muscle stays strong throughout the decision-making process and the process of creating your dream until it's at completion. That mind has to be strong, or you're going to be wavering. You're going to be going through mental anguish and mental turmoil and talking yourself into and out of things and wondering why you even tried anyway. Why did I even come out here anyway? Why did I launch out into the deep? What made me think I was special? What made me think I was going to accomplish this? You start questioning yourself and questioning your value and your potential and your confidence. Think about that, attractive thinker. So a lot of times in life, you might be taking the right action, but maybe in the wrong energy. Taking the right action, but with the wrong mindset. You need to shift the thoughts a little bit on the inside and shift the belief, assess the belief. What belief do I have? I'm going forward towards my dream, but am I not believing that it can happen? I've done that. Down through the years in my life, I had to assess and check myself. Why am I not accomplishing this? I'm putting forth the right action. It's because I was taking the action that I knew that was right to take, but inside I wasn't believing that I was actually going to accomplish it. Conflicting messages, conflicting signals, moving forward and doubting the whole time. That's contrary. That's not going to help me reach my goal, right? So we got to shift these things around. Your mindset is real. Mindset is a real, living, breathing, alive, active, functioning thing that doesn't get a lot of attention, but it controls most of our lives. It makes most of our decisions for us. But who taught mindset? What is a mindset? What do I do with my mindset? Where do I set my mindset? How do I manage my mindset? How do you go inside and do work? I'm used to physical where I know how to put my hand to something and make that happen, but you're talking about intangible things now. You're not talking about tangible things. You're talking about invisible things, things that I can't see. How do you work those kinds of things? And this is the work that we do at the From Sight to Vision Master Your Mind experience with these mental tools, because you have to develop the ability to see beyond what you're looking at in order to create that. Because most of the time, as I was sharing with my clients last night, every month, once a month, we come together. Now we're together all throughout the month, but we come together live, for talking about specific mindset topics. I'm sharing mental tools and Q&A sessions and things like that, answering your questions, finding out where you are, what's new going on in your life, where do you feel stuck, where can we get unstuck so you can continue to move forward and create your dream and make progress. So I was sharing with my clients last night, we can lose a lot of things in life. But when we've lost ourselves, we've lost everything. And the mental tools that are necessary, who teaches those? We didn't learn that in school. I don't know about you. I don't know what school you went to, but they didn't teach that in my school. They didn't teach mindset. I didn't know how to be mentally strong. I didn't know how to manage my thoughts. I thought I was my thoughts. You're not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. Let that sink in. Write that down in your attractive thinker notebook. You are not your thoughts. You get to observe them. If you were your thoughts, you'd never know what you were thinking. You never know that you were thinking. Think about that. So you're the observer of, a lot of people think they are their thoughts. So they get these thoughts and they're contrary to their dream or the goal that they want to do for their life. And the thoughts, are debilitating sometimes and they make you feel bad. You get this sad emotion and then you feel stuck and you think you are your thoughts. So you start feeling bad about yourself. And you can't accomplish great things in life feeling bad about yourself. You have to feel great about yourself. You have to know who you are. And I just wanted to stop by before you go to bed tonight so that when you wake up in the morning, you're waking up with new ideas, new excitement, new life, new hope, new dreams, new aspirations, a new you, a new outlook. You can make that mental shift. It's just a subtle shift, and it starts with a decision. It doesn't start with feeling it at first. Sometimes you don't feel it at first. You have to make the decision. Somebody asked me, one of my fellow attractive thinkers, we were in a session, and just out of the blue, we weren't even talking about this, just out of the blue, she says, well, Dr. Toni, what is happiness? And I said, it's a choice. Happiness has nothing to do with your circumstances or what's going on around you. It has everything to do with how you perceive what's going on around you and the decision that you made on how you want to approach that, how you want to respond to that, how that sits with you, how you want to handle what's going on in your life. I made the decision to be happy. And, I get these questions all the time. Dr. Toni, you're always so even, tempered and, not too many things ruffle your feathers. I made the decision. I remember clearly the day that I made the decision to stop letting other people's drama be my drama. I wasn't going to allow everything to ruffle my feathers. I just didn't want to do it because I had been through this cycle of up and down, up and down, up and down based on life's circumstance. And I just got tired of it. I was like, because here's the deal, attractive thinker. You already know what's going to happen. You're going to get a phone call and it might be something disappointing or something that you wasn't expecting or whatever. And then you get all worked up and excited about that. And then it passes, it subsides and things work out. And then you move back on into the normal routine of your day. So if you know that that's going to happen, then why get all worked up about it? Why lose your heart about it? Why, get an attitude about it or start getting angry or indifferent and being nasty and mean or crying or frustrated, losing hope and backing away from your dream? You were writing your book. You were in the flow. You were getting a download and ideas were coming to you. You were excited. You knew the content in your book was going to change lives. And all of a sudden, you get an email. Somebody knocks on your door. Somebody comes into your room. And now your energy shifts. You gave your power away. So being happy is a decision. And once you make the decision to be happy, you make the decision that you're going to hold on to your peace and not allow people, places, and things to steal you and rob you of your peace, then you're just consistently happy. No matter what happens, you figure out, you find a way to work it out and hold on to your peace. I tell people, I was like, wait, people come running up on me sometimes with all that stuff, and this happened and that happened, and I don't know why I try so hard. And every time I turn around, wait, it is not what you're going through, it's how you're viewing it. You hear me say that all of the time. It is not what you're going through, it's how you're viewing it. It's not what's happening, it's your perception of what's happening that's working on your nerves. It's your perception of what's happening that's hurting you, that's breaking your heart. So let's go in and see how you're perceiving what happened, because I guarantee you, if you share with me the experience of what happened, I can give you a different meaning for it and shift your perception concerning it. And now your heart rate can relax. Now you can have your peace, you can wipe your face. Now you can get your joy back. Think about that, attractive thinker. After you've experienced these kinds of things for so long, you automatically know how to respond to life. It's a choice. Do you want to be up and down with life? Because life is not going to stop happening just because you decided to get a life. Life is not going to stop happening just because you can't handle it. It's not. You have to have mental tools in place in order to handle life so you can keep making progress while on your journey. And this is what we do at the From Sight to Vision Master Your Mind experience. I want you to write down this website and visit the website for more details, because you need this support in your life. You can go further faster with support. How would it feel? How would it make a difference in your life when you're pursuing your goals? You're writing your book, you're creating a legacy for your family, you're carving a new generational path, you're starting your business, you're traveling the world, you're excited, you're serving your clients, serving your gifts to the world, you're writing a song. How would that feel when you hit a roadblock and you get stuck in your glory? Stuck in the beautiful life you're creating for yourself, and now all of a sudden you don't have to stay stuck for weeks and months at a time. All you have to do is reach out and get support and get the right tool, the right mental tool, because there are a lot of mental tools, just like in your yard. When you go out into the back of your yard and you're gardening, there are different tools that you use for different things, different tools for roots, different tools for weeds, different tools for rocks and things that are stuck in the ground, different tools for digging, different tools for replanting. It's the same thing with mental tools. There are different mental tools depending upon the area where you're stuck at. Every mental tool doesn't get you unstuck in every area. You have to have the right mental tool to go deep down, because those beliefs, those roots, those thoughts, they run deep. Those things that keep you stuck. Why do you think you've been stuck for so long? Because the root is so deep. You can't shake it. It's not something you can uproot with just one chance, one swipe at it. You need a real mental tool to get down in there and unloosen those roots so you can uproot that thing that's holding you back so you can move forward in your life. Why stay stuck? We only live once. We only live once. We get one shot at this life, this beautiful life. And guess what? If you're still breathing, you're on the stage. It's your time. The spotlight is on you. You don't have to wait for your chance. This is it. Lights, camera, action. This is it. If you're breathing, you're on the stage of life. It's your turn. Where's your book? You're supposed to have the mic in your hand. You're supposed to have the picture already painted. Where's your art? What are you showing the world that you can do? The reason why you're here, or the gifts that you bring, or the solutions you provide, where are they? You're waiting to get on stage? Nobody ever told you the lights were on and the spotlight is on you? It's already on you. This is your opportunity. Time is moving. Time, I believe time is more valuable than money, because we can lose money and get that back. But when we lose time, it's gone forever. And guess what? The last moment, it's gone. And this moment, gone. Look at how fast time is flying. Gone. Your children are growing up. Your neighborhood is changing. How you feel in your body is changing. What about you? Are you changing? Are you growing and expanding? Has your soul expanded enough to express itself in the earth? Think about that. Where are your dreams? Where are your goals? I remember one day I looked in the mirror. I said, where is my life? I was supposed to do this. As a child, I dreamed of doing that. One of my goals was to do this. Where is that? You can get stuck in the routine of life, just trying to make it, just keeping your head above the water, just staying focused, just raising the children, just working on the project, just taking care of your parents, just following chasing the dream. And all of a sudden you look up, where's my life? I don't even recognize myself or my life. And I want to share with you, attractive thinker, that if you're still breathing, it is not over and it is not too late. I don't care what people say. Do you know that you can make a decision and make things possible for you that aren't possible for others? Anything is possible with a made up mind. Your mind is one of your greatest resources. And once you get in there and start shifting some things around and aligning your mind with what you want for your life, it will happen for you. But you have to get the right tools in place and the right supports in place so that you can move forward in your life. Think about that, attractive thinker. You can lose a lot of things in this life, but if you've lost yourself, you've lost everything. So I want you to visit this website, www.mastermind.theattractivethinker.guru, Guru, www.mastermind.theattractivethinker.guru. I want you to visit the website. I want you to think about it. I want you to sit there and read the content on the website. And I want you to think, is this the type of support that I need that's going to carry me over the top? Is this my defining moment? Is this my opportunity? Is this the new thing that I'm supposed to do that will open up a whole new world for me? A whole new way of doing things? A whole new world of possibilities and opportunities? Is this what's really going to help me reach my goal? Is this what I'm supposed to leap into? There are so many resources here. We have the Attractive Thinker Library, where I hosted radio for Radio One for 2 years, and all of those recordings, all of those mental tools are there. You can access it 24/7. And other topics, our monthly intensives are there. You know, even if you're joining right now, you get a year's worth of monthly intensive that you can listen to at your leisure and support you in mapping out your next steps. You may have given yourself away and you're trying to find yourself right now. These resources will help you discover who you really are, what you're capable of, what your next move is in life, and give you the inner strength and courage and confidence that you need to redefine your life, carve a new path, and get the support that you need so that when you feel stuck and you hit those roadblocks, you don't have to stay stuck for weeks and months and years at a time. You have your fellow attractive thinkers. You have me, your coach, to support you in getting unstuck and pushing you right back out there so that you can create that fantastic and amazing life for yourself. Think about that, attractive thinker. www.mastermind.theattractivethinker.guru. With the right tools in place, you can get unstuck instantly. Instantly. The reason why we stay stuck so long is because the people around us don't have vision. There's no one around us to get us unstuck. They don't have the mental tools. Think about that. They don't know where we are. They don't even believe in our dream. We can't even share our dream with them because it's so big, it's so grand, it's so above their head. Think about that. So where do you get your support from? You just stay stuck until you get to the next conference. You stay stuck until you go to the next workshop or you get on the next conference call. Really? No, you need daily support, daily mental support so you can keep that flow moving in your life and start accomplishing. When people see you accomplishing, you give them hope that they can accomplish as well. So, attractive thinker, visit the website. This is a prime opportunity for you. This is your defining moment. What is a defining moment? A moment in time in the routine of your day, whereas you get a window of opportunity, a moment of clarity, where you can assess, what direction am I going to go in? Is this the path that I'm going in right now? Is this working for me? Is it getting me closer to my goal? Or should I take this other path that will help me reach my goal? Is this the direction I should go in? A moment in time, a defining moment, a moment that you can look back on and say, this was the moment right here that my life changed. Dr. Toni Hatton here, your vision and mindset expert at theattractivethinker.guru. I want to share something with you as well before I close out this message right now. When you think about your legacy and the path that you're supposed to take, and you think about all that you've gathered down through the years, all the conferences you went to, all the workshops, all of the sessions that you sat under, trying to get information on how to get some direction and clarity for your dream and some next steps. You've taken a lot of notes. I want you to think about something. You didn't just take notes, you're leaving notes. You are leaving notes, attractive thinker. You're not just living a life, you're leaving a life. What life are you living? What notes are you leaving that people can read and run with it? They can read your notes and get ahead by quantum leaps because you've left notes for them to get ahead in their life. You've shared your story and your experience. That's why it's important to write your book. Every attractive thinker has a book in them. And it's important for you to write your book because people need the journey. They need the lessons that you've learned from your journey so they can apply them to their journey. Think about that. So you're not just taking notes, you're leaving notes. I say this sometimes when I'm in sessions and on speaking during speaking events. I say, when we leave here, I don't want to be known for, what, Dr. Toni made some fantastic sweet potato pie. No, no. You know what? He was really funny. After all you've been through in your life, after all you've overcome, after all that it took for you to get here, and you're going to go down being remembered as keeping a clean house. Her house was so clean. Or, she always knew how to wear them high heels. Where is your legacy? See, when you live right and you leave right, people don't have a hard time finding out about you. You've heard stories of how family members are rummaging through people's stuff, looking for a picture to put in the obituary. And the picture isn't even current. It's like 25 years ago because the person hasn't been living life to its fullest. When you live life to its fullest, you're all over the world and you're doing fantastic and amazing things. You're taking pictures everywhere. People shouldn't have to rummage through your stuff and brush the dust off of an old picture of you 35 years ago and nothing's current, and that's the best picture that they can use to put in your obituary. That's not a life fully lived. Where are the adventures and the experiences? Think about that. Where are the books? You notice how when a person passes away in the obituary, that's when you really get to know about the person. And you read the obituary, like the family members were like, wow, I didn't know that's the school they went to, or that's what they did, or they got an award for this or that and the other, or they created this foundation, or they were feeding the hungry. And I didn't know because the person suppressed who they really were. And they didn't fully express themselves in the world. We get one crack at this life, and you're on center stage right now. Lights, camera, action. You're on. You have the mic. What do you have to say to the world? What do you want the world to know about you? What solutions do you provide? Do you bring? What lessons have you learned? It's your turn, attractive thinker. Visit the website and get the support that you need to get unstuck and stay unstuck, and get support so that your ideas expand and your creativity expands and you go further, faster in your life and really maximize your experience and create a fantastic and amazing life for yourself, whereas you're creating, living, and leaving a legacy that speaks when you no longer can. Dr. Toni Hatton here, your vision and mindset expert at theattractivethinker.guru, where we support you with mental healing, mental strength, and mindset maintenance. Remember, my life's work, that's always to make your life better, because it's not what you're going through, it's how you're viewing it. Think attractively. I'll see you soon.